talking about good deals, this is something that you need to pay attention to, particularly if you're in the affluent class of Indian citizens. The United Arab Emirates has launched a nomination-based golden visa specifically aimed at Indian citizens. Now, the best part of this is it removes the need for hefty investments that you have to make into real estate or buying property in Dubai or starting a business in Dubai. In fact, the updated visa program includes a much wider range of professionals and specialists and, frankly, executives, management executives that the UAE wants to invite. The Golden Visa expansion is a smart strategic step by the United Arab Emirates to tap into India's massive talent pool, particularly in the tech sector, in the startup space, in innovation, and of course in the creative economy. It also strengthens people-to-people ties. Remember, already there are about, 8 or 9 million people of Indian origin who live in the entire wider Middle East. And that makes the relocation for many Indians and Indian families much more easier, possibly even more meaningful for Indian professionals. Dubai is not too far away from India. It's just a 4-hour flight from most major airports. The program also aligns with emerging global trends, giving preference to skills over wealth. Also focusing on sectors where India and Indian professionals are already leading, whether it is content creation, artificial intelligence, green innovation. So let's bring you up to speed with what is the difference between the old visa norm, the old golden visa, and the new golden visa norm. India's inclusion in this pilot project reflects growing ties between both UAE and India. Here's what has changed. The earlier pathway required a minimum investment of 2 million UAE dirhams. That is close to about 4.5, almost 5 crores. You had to invest that either buying a property, invest that in real estate, or you had to start a new business, register a new business in the UAE to the turnover of 4.5 crores. The new initiative, the new Golden Visa, does not have any of those conditions. It simply simplifies long-term residency for eligible Indians. Your professional background, your societal contributions will be looked at. The appeal is going beyond traditional high net worth individuals or HNIs. By offering lifetime residency at a lower entry cost, it's roughly about 20-odd lakhs, 23 lakhs, the move is expected to attract much more younger professionals and also mid-level investors from India who are seeking greater lifestyle flexibility, global mobility, and tax advantages. Remember, you pay 0% income tax in Dubai for whatever income you earn there. These investors also may be encouraged to invest in mid-segment properties in Dubai, spurring that particular market, because earlier, like I said, you had to invest at least a minimum of 2 million UAE dirhams and buy a property there or start a business to the turnover of 2 million UAE dirhams. If not, you couldn't get permanent residency. So the question now becomes, what's in it for Indian working professionals? The Golden Visa offers a range of long-term benefits. Number one, you get permanent residency in the UAE. You don't require visa or immigration checks. You just walk in and walk out, much like you have permanent residency for Indians in Hong Kong and other places, in some places. There's also freedom to work and start a business. It's like what used to be the US green card. You can live and work in this particular country. You can start a business provided you have this golden visa. It also means, and this is a very important one, particularly for Indian working professionals, the said individual can then sponsor family members. So if you have a wife and children going to school, etc., then you have the ability to sponsor them and then bring them over to the UAE and start your family. There's also the option to employ domestic staff and drivers. Again, that used to be a big problem, a support system, particularly if you have young children in your household. That used to be a big problem earlier living in the UAE, but now even that is being taken care of in this new Golden Visa program. My colleague is now explaining to you why the UAE has done this and what's in it for Indian professionals.
Contrary to what the older rules were, where only the elite, the wealthy, the investors, the industrialists could apply for a UAE residency program, you can now expect workers from India, which includes skilled labor, particularly scientists, researchers, teachers, nurses, and interestingly, even content creators like podcasters, YouTubers, all of them will be allowed to apply for even a residency program. Remember, it's very interesting because this is now going to become one of the topmost destinations for South Asians. As I highlighted, UAE happens to be one of the countries which represent one of the largest expatriate Indian population. At the same time, it comes at a very critical juncture. Donald Trump has already announced that only the elite and wealthy will be able to apply to the United States under the Golden Visa, which is going to cost $5 million. UAE, of course, is now going to also become a top destination because they have already done away with the red tapeism. You can now expect a visa to come your way in anything less than a month. At the same time, important to highlight that there are going to be no backlogs, no politics, and no fraud. This is one of the prime reasons why Donald Trump's golden visa is now facing flack compared to its earlier EB5.
Network 18 decimates Times Internet with over 6 times more unique users on social media. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks.